Imagine dining with a man who might just consider you the main course. Meet Albert Fish, the real-life Hannibal Lecter. This seemingly ordinary man hid a dark secret that would shock the world. Behind his unassuming facade lurked a monster, a cannibal who preyed on the most innocent among us. Fish's horrifying crimes were not just limited to murder. He devoured his victims, a chilling testament to his monstrous nature. His cannibalistic tendencies were not hidden. Rather, they were flaunted with a terrifying pride. He once declared, chillingly, "I like children, they are tasty." Even in his own words, the depth of his depravity is clear. As we delve deeper into his life and crimes, the true extent of his horror begins to unfold. Every story, every detail, paints a picture of a man whose very existence is a nightmare. Albert Fish, a man whose appetite for human flesh sends shivers down the spine. Next, we leave the dining table and step into the bathroom of Countess Elizabeth Bathory, a woman who believed in the rejuvenating power of blood. In the heart of the 16th century, in the depths of Hungary, there existed a woman whose obsession with youth and beauty knew no bounds. Countess Elizabeth Bathory, a name that echoes through the chambers of history as a symbol of vanity and terror. She was a woman of noble birth, yet her actions were far from noble. Her victims were young girls, innocent and pure, who were lured to the castle under false pretenses. It was their blood that the Countess believed held the secret to eternal youth, a cruel and horrifying notion that led her to bathe in their life essence. This story, as chilling as it is, serves as a stark reminder of the terrifying lengths people may go to preserve their vanity. Countess Elizabeth Bathory, a woman whose vanity led to a blood-soaked reign of terror. From the bathroom, we move to the medical office of Dr. Harold Shipman, a trusted physician with a deadly prescription. The man behind the stethoscope, Dr. Shipman was a respected figure in his community, an individual whose medical expertise was trusted implicitly. Yet beneath this facade of respectability lurked a chilling reality. His patients, those who placed their health and lives into his hands, were unknowingly signing their death warrants. Dr. Shipman betrayed that trust in the most horrific way, administering fatal doses of drugs to over 200 of his patients. His actions sent shockwaves through the community, leaving them grappling with a terrifying reality. The doctor they had trusted, the man who was supposed to heal, had instead become a harbinger of death. The disbelief and horror that gripped his community upon the revelation of his crimes are hard to fathom. Dr. Harold Shipman, a man whose Hippocratic oath turned hypocritical. Finally, we journey to the Andes, not for a scenic vacation, but to meet Pedro Lopez, the monster of the Andes. In the 70s and 80s, Lopez committed crimes so unspeakable they still send shivers down the spine of South America. His reign of terror stretched across 3 countries, leaving a trail of dread in its wake. His victims, tragically, were innocent children, and their number is estimated to be in the hundreds. Lopez's chilling audacity was captured in his own words. He once declared, "I am the man of the century. No one will forget me." A boastful proclamation that revealed a chilling lack of remorse. His crimes, his victims, and his audacious self-image combined to create a figure of true horror. His monstrous deeds have indeed left an indelible mark on history. Pedro Lopez, a man whose monstrous deeds made him the nightmare of the Andes. These 4 individuals, each terrifying in their own right, have left a lasting imprint of horror on our world. We've revisited the grisly legacy of the man who feasted on his victims, a gruesome tale that still turns stomachs. We've unearthed the blood-curdling story of the woman who bathed in blood, her vanity eclipsing any shred of humanity. We've delved into the chilling case of the Doctor of Death, his medical knowledge twisted into a tool of terror. Finally, we've scaled the heights of fear with the nightmare of the Andes, his brutal reign, a grim reminder of human capacity for evil. These stories are not shared to glorify their actions, far from it. They serve as stark reminders of the dark corners of human nature and the importance of vigilance. History has taught us that terror often comes in human form, wrapped in everyday normality. As we close this chapter of terror, remember, monsters don't always lurk under the bed. Sometimes they walk among us.